Hello students, this is Mr. Allen here, and I want to give you another tip on how to work with your graphing calculator. So this is a problem that we actually have done in class. I'm trying to find the limit of this function, and I'm going to use the uh, graphing calculator to help me do that. So I'm going to pull up my graphing calculator here using Wabbit, and first thing I need to do is plug this function in. So I'm going to go to y equals, and my function is, you need to be very careful about using square roots or fractions and parentheses and all of this sort of thing, or the calculator will get the order of operations incorrect. So you actually have to help it. So I'm just typing in the numerator here. And notice that I've wrapped the entire numerator in parentheses. Also notice that the square root symbol stops at the x. And I'm going to divide, and I'm going to do parenthesis again, because I want to make sure it knows exactly what I want the numerator to be and what I want the denominator to be. Now watch what happens when I hit graph. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can move this a little bit. I'll leave it right there. I'm going to hit graph. And when I graph it, okay, so you could barely see anything. You see just a little bit over here. So what I need to do here is I need to adjust my window to see what's going on. It seems like it's staying real close. The y values are really close to the x-axis. So the first thing I could do is just change my y min from, let's say, -1 to 1. Now I didn't change my x min and so I didn't change anything on the x-axis. So it's still going to start from -10 to 10 on the x-axis, which kind of makes sense, right? Because I'm interested in the limit at -6. So I'm going to hit graph again. So now we've got a much better idea of what this graph looks like, since it's so close to the x-axis. Before I adjusted the window, though, I couldn't really tell. Now you also notice that since we're looking we're interested in over here, let's go ahead and restrict the window even a little bit more. Now please note right now this looks like a nice continuous function. So I'm going to change my window again. This time I'm going to go from -10 to, let's just say, 0. So I'm just going to stay over on the left hand side of the y-axis. And again, it still looks like a very smooth curve. No holes. It looks continuous. Let's see here. Let's zoom in a little bit more. So again, I'm interested in -6 for the x value. So I'm going to go from -7 to -5. Now watch what happens here when I hit graph. Can you see there's a little bit of a hole? So this is my new window that I'm using, and it's giving me a much better idea of what's going on. Okay, so that's how you adjust the window. And here's one final quick tip. If you want to get your window back to where it was at the first place, just go to zoom, and then it's standard number 6. So zoom standard number 6, that takes you back out to that -10 to 10.